and I say that is my instrument. So I have to take care of my instrument and use it to be a blessing to people. So I had the blessing of wearing my mask and going out with my fellow advocates. It was 5 of us that spoke at a Long Beach School District meeting, encouraging the board to adopt Disability History Week on the second week of October. I really feel that if this is done in more schools, I really feel that it can help cut down on bullying for kids with disabilities and students with disabilities and help them with their self-esteem and all that. And as a person with a disability, I totally can relate, and I really feel that that is one of the reasons why God gave me the gift that He gave me to be an advocate and to speak on certain things. So anyway, we were speaking and giving our speeches. Now, Miss Vicky has been knowing me for years, and when she met me, I was advocating, literally advocating when she met me. So she's been on this journey with me. So I've been advocating where I go and speak. I've been an advocate where I go protest, literally go protest. I ain't even gonna lie, I miss those days. Man, I love when I got to go protest and go speak and all of that. But one thing I experienced this past Tuesday when I was in the room getting ready to speak, usually when I go and advocate and protest and speak, I'm out there doing it. But it's a whole different experience when you're the one in the room and you waiting to speak and they outside. I don't know if I could explain that. It was just a different kind of feeling. It was like, okay, I'm not the one outside the door. I'm the one inside the door, and we got people protesting. So I'm sitting in there in the building, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm waiting to speak and trying to not to be nervous and all that and prepare what I'm going to say. And you can hear the people protesting outside. I was like, wow. And they were protesting about not wearing a mask. And why are they making our kids wear a mask? And then some of the people that was protesting was coming inside the meeting to speak during public comments. And it just cracks me up because I'm in a lot of meetings where we have public comments, and they have the what is it? They have the clock right there. They have the clock where it'll be 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and it kills me when people be like, the 3 minutes is up. And then the chairperson or the mayor, whoever may be, your time is up. Your time is, and then they want to keep speaking. And then they want to have an attitude. So anyway, I just want to share. That was just beyond. Anyway, at the end of the day, we in this COVID situation. We don't know when it's going to end. I understand everybody has their rights, but I'm like, my goodness. Okay. So I just wanted to share that. That was a monumental moment there.
I think that that's crazy, too, that people are protesting about their kids not wearing a mask when it's people, so many people have died. I heard a man, a televangelist, give a number.
Uh-huh.
He said, matter of fact, I'll say his name, PDJ. He said a number. He said that there's, well, I can't even quote the number, but he was saying that it's more people that died than for COVID than it was 9/11. And he said that we do memorials and things about 9/11 more than we do about COVID, and we've lost way more people during COVID. And so for somebody to be saying, and due to a disease, I mean, a flu or, the COVID virus, you know what I'm saying, doing to sickness and something that's airborne, or you can get it by just being around someone or whatever the case may be, for you to fight and protest about a mask to protect your child from this virus is beyond. It's like people seem like they value education more than health. You know what I'm saying? They value money more than health. And that's a whole topic, because we could talk about from venereal diseases all the way to, even stuff like this, a virus, how people will still value money over certain things or protecting themselves from certain elements out there in the world. So anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on it because we have a topic today.
Yeah. And I just want to say this, we're not disputing. Huh?
I said you had a few more things you want to share, right?
Oh, I just want to say we not just even, I just feel it's become too political. It's okay if you don't want to get the shot, that's fine. But I just feel when it comes to masks, at least wear a mask, and I'll just leave it like that. And that's why we live in America, where in America you can protest about stuff like that. Okay. Let's go into our sports world, and then we go into our topic. I got to talk about sports. Today was Sunday. Today was football Sunday, man. I'll take it back because, they have football on Saturday, but usually it'll be college. So I'm not really into college ball. The only time I watch it, maybe if it's a UCLA game or a USC game. But other than that, I don't watch college ball that much. I'm into the pros. So anyway, let me go down my list, and I won't go down the whole NFL list of winners, but I'll share the ones that I watched. Okay, so give it up for the Raiders. They played Pittsburgh today. They won. What are the games that I watched today? The Rams. The Rams, they won. I do believe the Raiders are, as of right now, season just started last week. We're in the second week. The Raiders are 2-0, I believe. And Rams.
Undefeated. Raider Nation, undefeated.
Oh, yeah.
Raider Nation,
undefeated. Raider Nation. And my Rams, I'm happy for my Rams. Who else did I watch? Seattle. I watched Seattle. They did not win today. Tennessee beat them. And currently, I am have the TV on, but I'm doing the show. I'm waiting for the outcome of Kansas City and the Ravens. So that's my football beat. So I'm sharing all the ones that I like to watch. Okay. And with that, we're going to go into our topic for today, books. Before we get into the book we're going to talk about today, I want to share how, we did some research about how reading can help your mental health. I never thought about it and looked at it like that. So, did you know that reading can help impact your mental health? The benefits of reading books are it exercises your brain, ladies and gentlemen. It reduces stress, puts you in a better mood. It is great and free entertainment. Let me say that again. Great and free entertainment. Free entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Improves concentration and focus. Books are a good topic of conversation. I definitely can relate to that. It provides knowledge and information. It also enriches your language and your vocabulary. I can relate to that. It develops your creativity. I can definitely relate to that one too. So, moving on, these are the benefits of how reading can impact your mental health. Reading, a study conducted by Reading Agency and summarized by the Independent, reading for pleasure can increase self-esteem. Wow. I didn't never realize that, but I can see it. Can increase self-esteem, reduce symptoms of depression, help build a better relationship with others, and reduce anxiety and stress. Then moving on through my article, what about mental health later in life? So as I was reading this article, it was very interesting how it says studies have been made between the connection of reading and mental decline that often happen later in life. And in studies summarized by Psychology Today, being an avid reader throughout life and continuing into older age can reduce memory decline by more than 30%. Oh, that is very interesting, especially with Alzheimer's and dementia. Furthermore, participants that were in the study, those who read the most have the fewest physical signs of dementia. The Alzheimer Research and Prevention Foundation lists brain aerobics and mind games as methods to maintain the vigility of the brain. Activities of which both heavily employ reading and writing methods and focus on continuous exercising your brain. So I need to get back to my reading so I can exercise my brain, because my brain needs a lot of exercising. All righty then. My personal story, I would always read when I was a kid. And most of the time when I was reading, I would be on punishment, you know. So you know how you got to go in your room, stay in your room, you know, only come out to eat, wash your hands, go bathroom. So I would pick up books and I would read. And then I would write poetry. So I was an avid reader when it came to Black history, Robert Wright, Martin Luther King books, Harriet Tubman, anything Black history. And just a couple of years, maybe 10, 20 years, due to my disability, I've had to have many operations off and on since I was 4 years old, and I'm 54. Excuse me, did I say 54? Excuse me, 53.
Well, you will be.
I will be 54 next week or week after next. There we go. 53. So anyway, when I was in the hospital, I think it was 2005. I think it was 2005 when I had an intensive operation, and it took like a lot of recuperation, 3 months in one hospital, another 3 months in another. I thought I'd never get out the hospital because this was like I had to go to one, recuperate, go to another one to recuperate, go to another one to recuperate before I even came home. So in that process, I don't know where I found the book or how I got you know how they come in the hospital and they come around, what are they called? Candy stripers, I guess. So the lady came around and she had books on her little little cart she had. So I found this book, called Oceans Apart, and it was by an author by the name of Karen Kingsbury. And the book, and it helped me to forget about being in the hospital. It helped the time go by faster outside of what Vicky was calling me, making me laugh. So I just got indulged in that one book, and after that, I became a full-fledged Karen Kingsbury fan. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I went from reading Ocean Apart to Divine, and I was even able to tell Vicky the story, and then she ended up reading the book outside of me telling her the story. So we're going to talk about Divine by Karen Kingsbury, and I will turn it over to Vicky to share more.
Well, Divine is first of all, I wanted to touch on Karen Kingsbury as well. Karen Kingsbury is a Christian author, but she writes fictional stories, and the stories that she writes she's such a good writer. Like, her writing style draws you in. I don't care if you're Christian or not. Even in her writing, some of them might directly say talk about Christianity, but a lot of it doesn't. A lot of it is more she's a very practical author.
Yes.
And she uses practical, real-time issues of life and make them into stories that draw her readers. And I have to say, Dika said she was a reader as a young child. I wasn't. And but even as an adult, I really wasn't a reader. I only read when I had to, for homework or something. And but Karen Kingsbury, she made me feel different about reading. A lot of times I may not read because I don't have time, but she kind of created a platform with her storytelling to make me interested, you know, in reading more things and giving authors a chance. And so we chose Karen Kingsbury, and then one of the books that she wrote, which is Divine, it's focusing on domestic violence victims, but it's the way she wrote it is very endearing and passionate and practical. And just to say a little bit, going into the intro of it, well, one of the things, okay, because we're going to start talking about what is that called, Dika, the first part of the book that before the first chapter?
The prefix.
So we wanted to talk.
I think that's what it's called, yeah.
Okay, so we want to talk about that part first, and then we're going to talk about the first chapter if we can get through it. But in her prefix. Hopefully I'm saying it right.
Preface.